Welcome back. Lesson intermediate. How to view the screen. Someone make another last thing. Magna the Blood Edge. Welcome to the tutorial mode, those who have completed the beginner's course and those who haven't. I, the one and only Makoto Nanaya, will be coaching the intermediate course. Looking forward to working with you guys. Hey Makoto! Wow, what's up Tsubaki? Why the sudden outburst? Why? This tutorial is an officially mandated curriculum assigned by the NOL for the new recruits. What we have been assigned in is a proper mission. Yet, here you are, program director, completely aloof. It's embarrassing. How am I supposed to report this back to headquarters? Yes, I get to Instructor Tsubaki. I'll be careful. Unbelievable, pardon me. Now let's try again. I'm First Lieutenant Tsubaki Yayoi from the Novus Orbis Laboratory. And alongside Lieutenant Nanaya, I will be giving you training instructions. In the intermediate category, you will learn about BlazBlue Civic System. So be sure to take a lot of notes. I'm sure they will come in handy during combat. Alright, you maggots. What? Who's with me? Makoto, I told you, stop that. How do you view the screen? How to view the screen and the game rules. You already know this, but BlazBlue game where two characters go head to head in a duel. Let me start by explaining some of the basic rules and how to view the screen. HP gauge and counting down time. The two bars near the top of the screen are the health points. The left bar represents player 1 and the right bar represents player 2. If you can reduce your opponent's HP gauge to 0, then you win, which I think you covered during the beginner's lesson. But there are a few other conditions for victory besides that. I want you to take a look at the number in between the HP gauge. This is the timer. It represents the remaining time for each round. Now, when this number reaches 0, some really bad things are gonna happen. And do I mean bad? Makoto, you're not really explaining anything more. When this timer reaches 0, the round is going to end. Like most games with a time limit, it means the time's up. Exactly what I said. And when time's up, the player with no more HP at the end of the match is gonna win. So if you see the clock running down, you better have more HP than your opponent. Got it? You should also go over draws. When the clock runs out, both of your hit points are exactly the same, or if both of your hit points reach 0 at the same moment, it will be considered a draw. If that happens, both players will be given a round to the counter. To some things, you gotta pay attention to the clock too, not just the health if you wanna win. Special rules. Let's take this moment to go over some of the more unique rules. What's this? You mean like those super rare cases or something? Ah, can't we just gloss over those? Earlier, Makoto mentioned that if players end a round in a draw, that they would both get credit for it. But there is actually an exception to that rule as well. If one of the two players is about to win the match by taking the next round and that the round ends in a draw, then only the player with less round victories will get credit for winning the round. Yes, I get it, but you're just making it more complicated by trying to explain the logic. Here, let me give you an example. In a best of 3 type of match, say player 2 won the first round, so the rounds are 0-1 advantage player 2. In this case, if player 2 wins one more round, then he will take the match. You still with me? But if the second round ends in draw, then only player 1 will have won a round, bringing the round score to 1-1. It might seem a little tricky, but I'd be boring if a match was decided by draw, right? Also, this is an extremely rare case, but If both players are one round away from winning and the next round ends in draw, then there will be an extra round to determine the victor. If for some crazy fluke universe playing tricks on new type of miracle that round also ends in draw, then the entire match will be considered a draw. When that happens, player 1 and player 2 will both get slapped with the game over. That about does it for the win conditions of this game. Next we go over all the different types of gorges that show up on the screen.
Lesson clear.
Ragnar, Blood Edge. Burial Gorge, OD Icon, Heat Gorge. First, the Heat Gorge. This little thing on the bottom of the screen. Your Heat Gorge will become necessary when you try to use other powerful attacks known as distortion drives or a number of other actions. The Heat Gauge is gonna go up if you deal or take damage. You can charge it up to a maximum of 100%. Next up is the Overdrive icon. You need this to unleash your hidden inner power, your Overdrive, or your one escape mechanism, a break burst. This little witch. And once you use either one of those actions, this icon will become down, and you won't be able to use it for a while. Choose wisely. Now, the gauge below your HP gauge is the Barrier Gauge. This is necessary for one of your defensive mechanics, a barrier block. Are you overwhelmed by all the different terminology? Don't worry, that's why we're here, to coach you through them. So, you know the names of each gauge. Let's go over what each one does. Distortion drive. Distortion drives are a powerful special attack that will consume 50% of your heat gauge. How powerful, you say? Oh well, where do I even begin? I put it on par with Noah's Death Dinner in terms of sheer destructive power. Makoto, I agree with the sentiment on destructive power, but I don't think our students going to understand. Good point. Well, how about you just try it out instead of talking about it? Try using Ragnar's Distortion Drive. Activating a Distortion Drive requires a command similar to special attacks. The command for Ragnar the Blood Edge Distortion Drive harnesses this. 1.5 round and half round, then right and block. I know it's a little longer than your average special attack command, but you can take your time and put it slowly. You ready? Alright, let's do this thing. Yeah, time, that's what I have in a fight, or?
Action!
go down every time though. You must be so clear in the motion. Hey, soll ich big outflow?
Lesson clear.
How's that? That's the power of a distortion drive. Distortion driver can also have other properties, like a brief window of invincibility at the beginning or just sheer damage. And using a distortion driver will disable your opponent's break burst. More accurately, the victim of a distortion drive is unable to use the break burst from a moment after it's been activated until the end of its duration, but I suppose for now you just need to keep in mind the opponent can't burst while you're using its distortion drive. At any rate, when you've got more than 50% lead, there is no reason to not fire off the distortion drive like crazy. Overdrive. Next up is overdrive. You unleash the power you've got within to boost your temporarily. It's just an amazing freaking system. Makoto, your explanation is a little, well, very rough. While an overdrive is active, it will enhance the control character's distortion drive. Depending on the character, the special attacks may also be enhanced. You can use it by pressing A, B, Z, D buttons simultaneously. You can use it virtually anytime you're not taking damage. Oh yeah, when you activate an overdrive, it'll consume the overdrive icon. During this state, you won't be able to use an overdrive. Oh, shame. That's of course for console. The overdrive icon will regenerate over time, and if you take damage from your opponent, it'll regenerate even faster. You can tell how much is regenerated by the overdrive gauge on the outside of the overdrive icon, as well as the number inside the overdrive icon. When this number reaches 10, then you're ready to go to overdrive again. So, doesn't that just make you want to go into overdrive? Like all the time? Don't worry, you'll get to use it real soon. This tutorial will set the overdrive icon to regenerate immediately, even after it has been consumed. Try going into overdrive mode as much as you wish. Nonetheless, in actual combat, please do not forget it will take time to regenerate. Enough chat, let's see what a distortion drive can do while a character is in overdrive mode. Bust out some carnage schisms. Activate your overdrive. Then the overdrive will you remember how the carnage schisms command is? First press the A, B, C, D buttons simultaneously to go into overdrive. Go into overdrive. To get the overdrive is not a problem, but then click, then the overheat. Oh my god. Excellent.
Lesson clear.
Whoa, I missed out. Awesome. But using overdrive in actual combat can become pretty addicting. The fact that it's so powerful may make you think twice about when to use it. But play around with it to find moments in battle that work best for your style. Ragnar, Lalech. Break Burst. The other system that uses the overdrive icon is the Break Burst. This is what I like to call an emergency get me the hell out of trouble system. It'll knock back anyone trying to come onto you. You can use it by pressing A, B, C, D button simultaneously while taking damage. You'll send a shockwave that'll interrupt the component and send them flying backwards. The best time to use it is when the opponent has you in a hard combo. When you know you're about to take a lot of damage, activate it to turn the tables. This might sound like a very convenient system, but it has a few drawbacks to it. Activating the break burst will cause the overdrive icon to go dim and render it unusable for a short while. This is the same as after using an overdrive. Also, when you take damage from a distortion drive or a swarm, you will be unable to break burst, so be careful. I think that about does it for how to use break burst. Next is all application. Your opponent is going to attack you to escape from it with a break burst.
Action!
Only okay. Excellent. Well, getting a hang of how to use break burst, this is good technique to have up your pocket when you're in a pinch. It's a good technique for normal mode when you overdrive and break burst. Let's see. Now that you experience both overdrive and break burst, have you noticed a certain little problem? Problem? Hey, there goes 10 letters when you spell it out. Wait. 1. Overdrive and break burst both consume the same overdrive icon. How's that a problem? Pay attention, because overdrive and break burst both use the same overdrive button icon. It poses a certain decision to the player. In other words, You have to choose between using your overdrive or escaping the combo with break burst. Right, but nice. Better play it in normal mode. That's not so hard. I use only break burst. Well, I do not, but I can. But usually, it is extremely difficult to determine what to do in the heat of battle. I realize it might be a little difficult at this stage, but does that somewhat clarify the difference between overdrive and break burst? First, oh, why? No, ignore me. Of course, overdrive consumes 70% of the gauge, but break burst consumes 100%, right? That's right, Makoto, but this difference can prove to be huge in combat. The more the gauge and action consumes, the longer it will take for the gauge to regenerate. True, break bursts are a very useful defensive mechanism, but it consumes a lot of the overdrive gauge, so it will take that much longer to regenerate. It would be a shame if you couldn't use an overdrive or break burst when you needed it most, because you set it off prematurely, right? Exactly. Using it too liberally might actually end up putting you in an awkward situation. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret, but overdrives actually have few more benefits than what you mentioned earlier. Like, while you're activating it, it will lock the opponent's break burst, and the less HP you have, the longer it will last. Furthermore, you have a small window of invulnerability while you're activating it, so if you master the timing, you can even use it defensively. Thus, as you can see, overdrive has more overall benefit in comparison to break burst, so if I had to choose one of the practice, I would recommend overdrive. But that does not mean break bursts are unnecessary. It's all about timing. Practice each situation to make sure you use the right move at the right moment. Again, all that just thoughts comes with experience, really. So all I can tell you is to try different combos of actual combat and see which style suits you better.
Lesson clear.
Now, enough of the nitty-gritty. I think you're beginning to get a hang of the intermediate moves, so we should introduce the new system to you. Believe it or not, starting with BlazBlue Centralfiction, there's a new overdrive mechanic. You're curious, aren't you? I can tell. Now, don't worry, we're gonna tell you, I promise. I mean, I am your coach, after all, right? Drum roll, please. The new overdrive mechanics is... what's it again? You're kidding me, Makoto. How can you possibly forget something so important? Come on, I didn't actually forget, you know. I mean, I was literally about to say it. It was on the tip of my tongue, really. Like, if I had 30 more seconds or so. We don't have that kind of time, unbelievable. It's exceed excellent at active flow, remember? Yeah, that's right. That's it. Now, moving on to those. Rock that blood edge. Exceed Echo. Exceed Echo. Next we'll go over Exceed Echo. Exceed Echo is a powerful attack that can be used only while overdrive is activated. After pressing A, B, C, D buttons simultaneously to activate overdrive, you can press A, B, C, D again to use active flow. When activating overdrive, you can continue to hold A, B, C, D to go right into Exceed Echo. Overdrive can be activated while blocking too, so even while your opponent is on the offensive, you can immediately activate an overdrive and transition to Exceed Echo to turn the tables. Exceed Echo start up makes you invulnerable from a short period, and it's harder to counter, even if the opponent is able to block it. In other words, it's a fairly safe ability to use for a high reward. There aren't any complicated inputs. It's hard to counter and you can deal some massive damage. It has everything you could possibly want in a special attack. It's important to note that as soon as you use your Exceed Echo, it will end the overdrive period. That's true even if you miss your attack or the opponent blocks it. Remember to get really close to the opponent before using it. That concludes the basic theory. Let's try applying this to real combat.
Action!
Time to return easily.
お
Well done, I'm impressed. I should probably mention that you can also use overdrives in the middle of a combo, which means you can also integrate Exceed Echo into your combo too. As you can see, it's a very versatile system, so I suggest you use it as much as possible during the match. Active flow. Second new system related to overdrives is one called active flow. This is like a temporary time bonus. During a matching situations where you need to heat towards an opponent, attack on opponent, or break through the opponent's guard. Numerous moments of fine play, such as blocking an opponent's attack that can only be blocked while standing, or attempting to dodge an opponent's attack with invincibility frames are ways to trigger the active flow state. The symbol for activating active flow is right here. As you can see, there's a design around the overdrive icon. While active flow is active, your damage is increased, and the overdrive icon will also regenerate faster. Not only that, while you're in the active flow state, your Exceed Echo attack will also be beefed up. It will look flashier and also do almost twice the damage. Now we're going to experience differences of Exceed Echo firsthand. We will start off in the active flow state for the purpose of this exercise. So you simply need to use your overdrive and then activate Exceed Echo.
Action! Active flow!
Same but when it blinks the gauge at the bottom is less, but like the avatar, the icon blinks. Excellent! What did you think? As you can see, the damage will increase exponentially, so you can get out of a pinch using this trick. There's something else you should know about using active flow and Exceed Echo. When you hit the opponent with an Exceed Echo while active flow is not active, what happens next? You will forcefully activate active flow, regardless of your actions. So if you want, you can initiate active flow whenever you want. This is very important. It is, or how is it that you never seem to remember anything important? Listen, in the active flow state, the overdrive icon will regenerate quicker, which I've already explained to you, right? Yeah. So what will happen if you land an Exceed Echo near the beginning of the match? Forcefully engage active flow. Your overdrive gauge is going to regenerate faster, which means Ah, you'll have another chance to use the overdrive icon that much quicker. Is it finally coming back? But you can only go into an active flow state once per round, and the duration of active flow is slightly shorter than the amount of time it takes to regenerate your overdrive icon. Then, in a round where you forcibly activated an active flow by using Exceed Active, you won't be able to use an active flow state overdrive, right? To take that a little further, you also won't be able to use the enhanced Exceed Aggregator, right? Do you take Rigor Overdrive Icon Refresh or bet on the enhanced Exceed Aggregator? There are a couple different ways you can choose to use the active flow. Was that a little too difficult? Remember, this is more like general theory, so you can really start to apply it when you've gotten used to it. To recap though, when active flow is engaged through the normal course of combat, you should try to take advantage of the situation, you understand? Yes, that's true. In the beginning, that sort of attitude should suffice.
Lesson clear.
And it concludes our instruction on the overdrive system, which means... There she is! Wow, you guys are really working hard, aren't you? No, it's my May. Come on, girl. Morning. Noel? Will you on duty today? No, I'm not, but I heard that the two of you were teaching the new recruits today, so I thought I'd bring you something to munch on in between lessons. Oh! He said it couldn't be. No, I don't want to believe it. May looked so happy eating them, so I decided to bake a whole bunch of cookies. I became full just tasting them. Boy, that was delicious. I knew it. No stuffed dinner. You two must be really tired, right? Why don't you take a break and have some of these cookies? What's the matter, you two? Why are you screaming? I'm sorry, no, but I just remembered I had a very important engagement after this. I need to leave, like now. Oh, I think I'm going to be late. Huh? You too, Tsubaki? Wow, what a coincidence. Same here, so we're gonna leave the rest up to you, Noels, May. Good luck teaching these newbies how to become fighters. Huh? We're counting on you. Best luck of you two. Huh? Wait! They're gone. It must have been super important for both of them to run off like that. Yeah, but what should we do now that they're both gone? Looks like we have to keep going on with the tutorial. Taking over your lessons, your new coach, Mei Natsume and Noel Ramillion. I look forward to working with you. Next lesson, another blockage. Barrier block. Let's go over one of the defensive systems, barrier block. A barrier block is a super up version of your normal block. It has the following three properties. Allows you to block attacks that normally cannot be blocked while airborne, prevents incoming ship damage from special attacks, and at the last is it puts more distance between you and the opponent compared to a normal block mode. Oh, that's right, thanks, mate. At any rate, as you can see, the barrier block is a very effective defensive mechanism. To use a barrier block, you need some additional inputs to your normal block. For standing barrier blocks input, for crouching barrier and if you continue to hold the A buttons, you will continue to deploy your barrier block. This is where you need to be careful. When barrier block is activated, the barrier gauge below your HP will begin to deplete. When this barrier gauge is completely depleted, you will enter the danger state. But in this state, you will be unable to use barrier blocks. and also take more incoming damage from the opponent. The barrel gauge will slowly regenerate over time, but even so, I suggest you use barrel blocks only when necessary. But the difference is marginal, so you really don't need to worry about it until you get used to using it in combat. Now, let's try to block the opponent's attacks using the barrier block. Be sure to use both the standing barrier block and crouching barrier block.
Action!
Try standing and barrier block. Have? What? So you get a hang of barrel blocks. In BlazBlue you cannot perform a normal block at the end of the ground dash, but you are able to interrupt a dash using the barrier blocks. I knew it's minor, but it can come in handy while you're in a fight. A real barrier block. Barrier blocks can also be used while in the air. In BlazBlue, there are certain attacks that cannot be blocked using a normal block while airborne, but these attacks can be blocked using an aerial barrier block. Now, Instructor May, do you know how many attacks there are that cannot be blocked normally while in midair? Sure, most attacks with the exception of A, attacks from the ground cannot be blocked normally while you're in mid-air. Exactly. So if you're in mid-air and an opponent is on the ground, it is strongly advised to always use an aerial barrier block. It's time to put all this into practice. The opponent will throw attacks that cannot be blocked normally while in mid-air, so use an aerial block to stop them.
Action!
Messing on fight.
Lesson clear.
バリアガードはもうバッチリだね。
It covers all aspects of the barrel block. Keeping this barrel block in the back of the mind could be enough to turn the tide of battle. Be sure to use. Revolver action. Next we're going to go over some attacking curriculum. Revolver action. Revolver action is a system that can chain certain attacking motions into combo when your opponent is hit by or blocks your attack. This is a basic foundation for any combo, so I think it's safe to say a lot of people are using this system without even realizing it. Using a revolver action means cancelling the recovery or portion of an attack animation and going straight into the next attack. That's why this operation is commonly referred to as a cancel as well. You probably hear it in various situations, so I suggest keep it in the back of your mind. Senseless. If you miss one of your normal attacks, you won't be able to take advantage of revolver action. Be sure to hit your opponent or force them to block it when using this technique. There are several differences for each character's revolver action moves, but the basic path is to go from a smaller attack to a larger one, such as A to D, C to D. It's time for some real combat practice. Try standing, A to standing, B to standing, C to standing. As soon as the previous attack hits the opponent into the next attack, there's no need to rush, so try not to mash buttons carefully for each one.
Action!
As soon as the previous attack hits the opponent input the next attack, there's no need to rush, so try not to mash the buttons carefully into each. It's fast.
Excellent!
That was amazing. Wow, you made a combo. Revolver action is the basics for forming a combo. If you want to use flash combos in front of your friends, I suggest you start by mastering revolver action. Revolver action 2. Now it's time to take everything we've learned. In the previous segment we saw that what revolver action can look like with only button input. But this time let's try combining it with directions under. There are several other routes to form combos besides from standing A. For example, you can try standing B, B to standing B to crouching B, standing C. Each character has their own quirks and variations. Taking all of that into consideration, let's go into the application segment. Using Ragnar's revolver action moves, try to form a 6-hit combo. This will be a good way to see what kind of combos Ragnar can perform.
Action!
A, B, C, D, A, B, C. Combo. is nothing. Then so.
Lesson clear.
Looking good. That reminds me, the roller action routes can be used in a variety of ways. If you remember the roller action moves, even if an attack is blocked, you can come up with good follow-ups to keep the pressure on. Attack Wagner standing B, standing C combination. Once an attack in the chain lands, you can transition into a special attack for extra damage or if it's blocked, you can transition to crouching or crouching D to stay safe but apply pressure. Thus, as you can see, the revolver action system might seem simple at first, but can be used in a wide variety of ways to create complex mind games. Hard work and repetition is the key to mastering revolver action. Wagner the Blood Edge. Special attack cancelling. We briefly covered this during the revolver action section, but the act of cancelling literally cancels the recovery time of an action, allowing the character to go straight into the next action. In other words, when you use revolver action, you are cancelling the recovery time of a normal attack with a different normal attack. For this segment, we will go over the special attack version of that, cancelling the last part of a normal attack using a special attack instead. After hitting or forcing the opponent to block your normal attack, you simply have to input a command for a special attack and you're good. You can seamlessly transition from a normal to a special attack. This one will be easier to try on your own rather than have me explain it too. Let's start with landing B, standing C, health strength combo. First, landing combo with standing B, standing C, then while the standing C is still in motion, begin inputting the command for health strength. The key is already have the input for health strength put up, even before the standing C hits the opponent input, followed by the A button right as the standing connects.
Action.
8C をパタンと流れるように8C を入力したらあらかじめレバーの下後ろの斜め下後ろを入力し 8C がヒットしたあたりで A を宣言したよ。
That is a shot. Yes. Well, that might have been a little difficult for a beginner, but it feels pretty good to land a full combo, doesn't it? Start off with some simple combos, using the template, normal attack, cancel, special attack. When you get used to that flow, you'll be able to gradually cancel the normal attacks with different special attacks to suit the situation. For example, if you initiate a standing B, standing C combo, and if either one hits, you can transition to health strength. Or, if an opponent blocks both attacks, you can throw out that spike instead, to maintain a safe distance and reset the encounter. jump cancels.
続いては
Next up is jump cancels. As the name indicates, this is a technique to cancel the recovery animation of a normal
ジャ
attack
ンプ
with
で
a
ジャ
jump.
ンプキャンセルに対応してい
If
る
the
技であ
attack
れ
can
ば
be cancelled with a jump, you will be able to use a jump or high jump, interrupt the
ジャンプの
recovery.
方向に関
During
係
this
なく
action,
活用
you
でき
will
る
be
んだ
able to jump in any
ただし
direction.
ジャン
However,
プ
the
キャンセル
attacks
に
that
対
are
応
able
して
to
いる
be
技
kept
は
jump cancels
キャラクター
vary
ごと
per
に異なり
character,
ます
so
か
I
ら
recommend
あ
testing
らか
out
じめ
each one
チェッ
before
クする
going
必要
into
がありま
battle.
す。長野さんのジャンプキャン
What
セ
are
ルに
the attacks
対
that
応し
can
てい
be
る
jump
技
cancelled
は
are?
立ち
Standing,
レバー前入れ
standing.
立ちしレバー前入れしあと
If I'm
レ
not
バー
mistaken, can you
前
confirm
斜
that
め
now?
下
Yeah, that sounds good.
マイ
Thank
ルちゃんと
goodness.
覚えてた
Maybe,
から
maybe.
ノエル
Did you say something now? No, no, nothing.
とにかく
At any
こ
rate,
れらの技が
when one of these attacks hit the opponent or is blocked by them, you're able to cancel their recovery with a
必
jump.
殺技キャンセル
In
よりは
fact,
簡
it's
単だ
easier
ね
than a special attack
早
cancel.
速やってみよう
Let's give it a shot.
Action!
レバー前入れ A を相手にヒットさせた時にレバー後ろ斜め上またはレバー上
Forward jump.
レバー前斜め上を入力するだけで OK だよ入力受付時間は短くないから落ち着いて入力し
Lesson
dude.
clear!
Then ends the attack modus. Okay. Yeah, that is awesome.
このジャンプ
Using
キャン
this
セル
jump
を活用すれ
cancel,
ば
you can really
動きの
expand
幅
your
を
range of
ぐんと
movements
広
and
げられ
attacks.
ば
Say, when a jump cancel able attack hits the opponent, you can jump and
ジャンプキャンセルから
immediately
本
transition
部を
into a
発展
combo.
させたり
Then you can dash backward or
逆に
Or
ガー
if
ド
the
された
opponent
場合
blocks
は
it, you can immediately jump backwards, yes. You do a back air dash to evade any
距離
incoming
を
attacks.
要するに攻撃
Hit,
面
hit,
防御面の
jump,
両方の
dash.
選択肢が増えることになるね
ジャンプキャンセル対応
Among the
技
attacks
の
that
中
can
には
be jump cancelled are some attacks
ジ
that
ャンプ
can
キャ
be
ンセル可能といった
only be
条
jump
件付き
cancelled
の
when
技
the
が
hit
存在します
opponent. Partners
長野さんの場合
both
は
fall under this
長野さん
category.
の他にも使
When
い
you
た
want
い
to
キャラ
use
クター
any
がいる
another
なら
character besides
ジャンプ
Ragnar,
キャン
be
セル
sure to
対応
check
技
which
を
attacks can
あらか
cancel
じめ
with
チェ
a
ックしてみてく
jump
だ
before
さいね
diving in battle. Astral Heats.
いよいよ
We're finally at the last intermediate lesson, Astral Heats.
アストラル
Astral
ヒー
Hits
トは
are
とっても強
extremely
力
powerful. If you
ヒット
can
させ
land
れ
it,
ば
it will
相手を
instantly
一
knock
気に
out
KO
your
できる
opponent.
一撃必殺技なんだ発動する条
But
件は3つ
there
あ
are
って
three conditions to be able to use them, which
も
were
し自分がマッチポイン
it's
トの
match
状
point
態
and you have
相手キャラクター
advantage.
の
Your
体
opponent
力が
has 35 or less HP. Your character
操作
has
キャラクターのヒート
100%
ゲージで
heat.
しょまあいい
Right, May?
すごい
Wow, it was very impressive, Instructor. No?
それは
Oh,
も
well,
ち
of
ろん
course. I mean,
兵士の常
I'm
識だもん
I'm a member of the Praetorian Guard, you know?
よかったこれ
Thank
はちゃん
goodness
と
I
覚えていて
remember.
これらの条件が揃うと
When these conditions are
体
met,
力ゲ
the
ージが
character
横
who
にあ
can
る
perform
操
and
作
is
キャラ
ready
ク
to
ターの
spot
顔
will
アイコ
kill
ン
the
がこの
flash.
状態で
During
特
this
定
stage,
のコマン
inputting
ドを入力すると
commands for an
ア
astral
ストラ
heat
ルヒート
will
が発動
initiate the
ラ
attack.
グナさんのアストラル
Character's
ヒー
astral
ト
heat
Black
flex
Onslaught
onslaught can be
command は
initiated with
レバー下斜め後ろ下後ろ斜め後ろ下
quarter left,
下
then
斜め
half
前
right. It may seem a little complicated at first, but let's give
下
it
少
a
々
try.
複雑ですが落ち着いて入
Not
力しま
really
しょう
complicated
それじゃあ
when you
実
have
践して
the
みよう
time. Time to apply everything we've learned.
中級
You
編
can
のチュ
complete
ートリア
this,
ル
you
は終わり
finish
だよ
intermediate tutorials.
さあ
So everything we've got.
Action!
ブラックオンスロートのコマンドはレバー下後ろ斜め下後ろ斜め下前斜め下前プラス C だよ相手にブラックから狙ってね
Nice.
Lesson clear!
おめでとうございます
Congratulations, that concludes the intermediate tutorial segment. It may be a little difficult to apply everything you've learned today in actual combat, but try integrating a few techniques here and there. Once you have all these tools in your arsenal, it'll make battles that much more fun. If you ever want to review anything you've learned today, you're always welcome back to the tutorial section. Well, Tsubaki, you think Noel and Mace did a good job? Hey, don't push me, Makoto. Noel's gonna see us. Ah. Huh? Makoto? And Tsubaki too? Did you guys already finish your urgent appointment? Yeah, about that. We took care of it, but we just wanted to swing by and make sure we were teaching the right curriculum. In that case, there's no need for you to worry. Noel and I took really good care of that, right Noel? Yeah, although I feel like you did a lot of heavy lifting. Wait, you are already finished? Guys, there was no need to worry. At any rate, thank goodness you're done. Now that everyone's here, how about we have a quick break? There's still some cookies too. Huh? Thanks Noel, I was actually really hungry. You two are gonna have some too, alright? There's a whole bunch, you know. Yep. You finish all the intermediate lessons. And I say bye to the next time. This episode.